A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. When Jesus had crossed again in the boat to the other side, a large crowd gathered around him, and he stayed close to the sea. One of the officials from the synagogue, named Jairus, came forward. Seeing him, he fell at his feet and pleaded earnestly with him, saying, "My daughter is at the point of death. Please come, lay your hands on her, that she may get well and live." He went off with him, and a large crowd followed him and pressed upon him. There was a woman afflicted with hemorrhages for 12 years. She had suffered greatly at the hands of many doctors and had spent all that she had. Yet she was not helped, but only grew worse. She had heard about Jesus and came up behind him in the crowd and touched his cloak. She said, "If I but touch his cloak, I shall be cured." Immediately her flow of blood dried up. She felt in her body that she was healed of her affliction. Jesus, aware at once that power had gone out from him, turned around in the crowd and asked, "Who has touched my clothes?" But his disciples said to Jesus, "You see how the crowd is pressing upon you, and yet you ask, 'Who touched me?'" And he looked around to see who had done it. The woman, realizing what had happened to her, approached in fear and trembling. She fell down before Jesus and told him the whole truth. He said to her, "Daughter, your faith has saved you. Go in peace and be cured of your affliction." While he was still speaking, people from the synagogue's official's home arrived and said, "Your daughter has died. Why trouble the teacher any longer?" Disregarding the message that was reported, Jesus said to the synagogue official, "Do not be afraid. Just have faith." He did not allow anyone to accompany him inside except Peter, James, and John, the brother of James. When they arrived at the house of the synagogue official, he caught sight of the commotion, people weeping and wailing loudly. So he went in and said to them, "And weeping, the child is not dead, but asleep." And they ridiculed him. Then he put them all out. He took along the child's father and mother and those who were with him, and entered the room where the child was. He took the child by the hand and said to her, "Tabitha," which means, "Little girl, I say to you, arise." The girl, a child of 12, arose immediately and walked around. At that, they were utterly astounded. He gave strict orders that no one should know this, and said that she should be given something to eat. The Gospel of the Lord. Today, we meet two women. One, just entering her womanhood. The other, older than her years, for all she has suffered. The young one had her father to advocate for her. The other, anonymous and shamed. by her condition, caught between the need to hide and her drive to flourish. Jesus touched, and touching, whom did you touch today? Were you touched by someone today? 365 days untouched during the COVID. Denied to touch the people we love. Denied to be touched by the people we love. No hand holding, no handshaking, no hugs, no kissing. What was it like? The emptiness, the void, the darkness, alone. Who touched me? Jesus asked, and looked around to check out the crowd. The nameless woman mingled with the crowd, bleeding, in pain, alone, in faith. She thought, she believed. Touch him, touch his garment, his clothing. I shall be cured. And so it was. A simple touch, a simple act of faith, and she was cured. No more bleeding, no more pain, just a simple act of faith. Believe, and joy follows faith. Whom will you touch today? Will you allow yourself to be touched? A simple touch of your hand can wipe away the tears, heal a broken heart, free a tangled web. Be loved today. Touch. Be touched. Be faith. Believe. Be Jesus.